Good morning, all. Wheresoever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And there's this topic that has been trending for me to address for a while now. There's the topic which every man, every woman, we are all passing through in our various homes. And it is about man and woman in their daily home activities. The activities of love and sex is a trending issue and has always been a difficult one from the day immemorial, from the day of our fathers, our mothers, and up to this day. It has been a matter which I will call matter arising. I call it matter arising because it is in every home. And there is no win-win situation in this matter. Now, let's get started into it. You see, love making is between man and woman. There is no party that really owns the situation to say this love making belongs to this man or belongs to the man or belongs to the woman. Sorry. Now, in bed, the woman always, I quote, always 80% to 90% wanting the man to be in the front row. It is not written in the Bible in that form. It is not designated in that form to say a man has to lead sex. No. This situation is for both parties. We have to figure it out together. There is nobody who have to ask first. Women are always thinking the men should come first. Though the men are the leaders at home, head at home, but there is no head in that place. There is nobody who has to be in the supreme situation at that very area. This very point belongs to both of us. And there is this area I was discussing with my friends, and which many people have also come to agree with me, that getting to have sex in the days of old, women thinks men has to be on top. They have to be in the driving seat. Yes, it was so somehow at the time. But these days, time have changed. And everything is turning around. And I will call it power have changed hand. Because it is not done like that anymore, because women is also taking control at this very moment. They take control by being on top. In every situation, every way they want it, they can also be in control. So the control is not just for men only to take now, it's also women also take control. So let me emphasize more on this aspect that I'm saying now. Now, if both parties are in bed, husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, partners, if you are in bed, what you have to do is not one have to touch each other before the other. Wheresoever it lays time in your heart, whether you are a woman or a man, touch your man, touch your woman. Do not start holding your breath, licking your spit, to waiting for who is to touch each other first. No, this is the aspect that is the problem. The men are always playing their role. I know that. Men are always playing their role. But the women do not help situation more. Because I have spoken to a lot of people in this aspect, which says, my wife do not want to touch me or do not always touch me. So women, please, you have to help and touch your husband. Because they are also dying in silence. They want you to feel them. Not just only them feeling you. They also want you to feel them. They want your touch. They also want to belong. Because they are always on the driving seat. But right now, it has turned around that the women is also on the driving seat by touching their husband. So you have to touch your husband. Feel your husband, make him feel a man. There is this always issue of the men before sex not wanting to put the woman along. Yes, it has been a trending issue that the men do not want to put the woman to play. That, for example, the man will just come and kickstart sex. To say, just start touching the woman and just go into sex. Yes, it is not good. I know that. But there's one thing people must know about these men. Sometimes some of those men, they be very hungry of sex for a very long hour, waiting for this woman to return. And immediately she returns, what the man knows to do best is just touching the breast, trying to go in, not preparing the woman to be ready. I understand that. It's not a good aspect. And I've also spoken to men who says, yes, they be very hungry. Immediately they see the woman, they just want to start. Because when the woman, they start touching, they are not even going to last 60 seconds. And they are very sad with that. So there comes the question. The woman will now say, what about me? Yes, it is very good. What about the woman? So sometimes you just have to let it go. Let that man have his moment. Let him relax. And you also now have to wake him up and have your own moment. Some women also say, no, the man, when he finish, he cannot come anymore. He can't do anything anymore. Okay. And you can also have your time by waking up this man, by touching him, and let him be a man before coming up. Now, the women do not do that most cases. By helping this man to erect, by touching this man to erect, it's only when the blood pumps into this man that this man comes alive. But the women do not need much blood to come alive because God have created you that when you just open your leg, whether you want it or not, you are happy with the situation or not, the man will always find a way in. It is not a good situation, we know, but he will always find a way in. But without this man's blood pumping up, without his body relaxing, no way, he can never get up. He can never get up. So you have to make him relax, no quarrel, no argument, relax with him and let you touch him, give him the necessary, you have key spots in every man. Touch his key spot and that man will definitely come around with you and you will enjoy yourself also. You can also be in the driving seat. You can be on top. You can tell him, let me teach you what I got for you today. So it's not just always about the man not satisfying the woman. The woman also have to satisfy the men. Because the men are be trending to say this issue of not just about the areas to touch in women, there is also areas to touch in men. So the women also have to learn to ask their husband, which are the areas. Because the women, there's this sister that is always teaching in the internet, always saying how to touch the women. Their areas. Fair enough. They should also ask these men, which are your areas to touch? So that these men should also feel alive. They should also be there. Because sometimes the body is willing. The spirit is not willing. The soul is not willing. So the women now have to come in to make the body and the soul willing by touching this man to bring him back alive to the situation. Everything that is thinking from office, business, and everything should wipe away so that he will concentrate mostly on you. Why won't the blood flow? the blood will flow and you will have your moment. So at the end of the day, we all have to do these things together. Not one. It is not for one party. It is for two persons to do. We all have to do this together to be able to achieve this goal, to achieve this enjoyment. It is not just an enjoyment meant for one person, but sometimes it does happen that it goes for one person. Yes, the man, sometimes the woman, mostly the men, they have their way. It's always for them. The woman will not say, what about me? We find situation of this form. There has been a lot of trending quarrels over this situation, that the man usually comes early. Yes, when this man comes early, allow him to relax. Wake him up. Teach him why you are a woman. Bring him alive. Don't quarrel with him. Bring him alive. This man will definitely come alive. Start to teach him trick. But when you quarrel over the situation, the spirit is dead. The body is weak. Then nothing is not going to come up. So you have to relax with this man, enjoy time with him, and let him understand that you are also a woman who needs these things. You need sex. As he is just this kind of man, after eating good food, after taking all kind of substance he has to take to be able to enjoy you, he just run there to you and enjoy your time. But most men do not want to waste time by touching women so long, because they say they will not last 60 seconds by doing that. Most men are also good in that, by touching, playing with it, and every other thing. So everybody have their way. Please do not make quarrel with every way. Everybody has their way. Do not fight over sex. It's a difficult, and there is no win-win situation in it. Never. This institution of sex is going to be debated by, it has been debated by our fathers, it's debated by us, and our children will also come and debate it. So there is no win-win situation in this aspect. No certificate will be given. So nobody is going to win. So we just have to move along with it, play with it, and let everything flow well with us. And at the end of the day, everybody have to be happy. So I'm encouraging the men, encouraging the women, let's be in this situation together, enjoy it together. The men have to be patient to make this woman alive, and the woman also have to be patient to make this man alive. Please, women, touch these men. They also need touch. They need you to wake them up. They need your hands. So most women, they complain that their husband do not want them to touch them. No, there are some bad time in their life. When you touch them in that moment, they are not good today. Tomorrow will be another good day. So when you touch them today, they are not good. Don't use that same yesterday to judge today. That is where most problem comes from. I touched him yesterday, he didn't want me. So if I touch him today, he might not want me. So if you touch him competitively for 2-3 days, he don't want you. He will want you, because he might not be happy. He's going through hard time. At least as a good wife, you should know when to bring him alive. Make him happy. Sometimes with good food, sometimes with laughter, sometimes with something good. This man will be happy. When the body is happy, the blood will pump. This manhood do not need water to pump. It do not need iron to get up. It need blood. And that blood to be able to pump, the body system has to accept it. And to the body system to accept it, that means this man has to be very happy. The body has to relax. So when the man is hungry, when the man is going through some certain tough time, that body will not come up. So that is where the women, the wives, and everything comes in to be able to help the men to come alive. So please, women, you also have a greater role to play in man's life towards sex. And the men also have to be there for the women. So today is just what I have to know. If there is any other one, I will come around. Shalom. God bless you.